Hey, future CPAs, let's get into something super important, not just for your board exams, but for, actual life. We're talking SSS, specifically what happens when someone loses their job, how you fight back if something goes wrong, and the serious drama that comes with fraud. Think of this as your playbook for the real world. Ready? Let's do this.
So imagine this. Your future client, or maybe even you, gets laid off. It's a super stressful situation, right? The last thing anyone wants to think about is where the money's going to come from. Well, what if I told you the SSS actually has a safety net for exactly this moment? The law has your back with something called an unemployment benefit, and it's your job to know exactly how it works.
And that safety net is what we call the unemployment insurance benefit. It's literally designed to give you some cash to breathe while you figure out your next move. So let's break down the key numbers that you absolutely, positively have to burn into your brain. First up, the magic number, 36. To even qualify for this benefit, a person needs to have paid at least 36 monthly contributions into the SSS. You can think of it like the minimum buy-in to unlock this level of protection.
Okay, so how much cash are we talking about? The benefit is 50% of your average monthly salary credit, or what we call the AMSC. Basically, it's half of the average salary SSS has on file for you. It's a pretty decent cushion, right? For now, just lock in that 50% figure. It's huge.
And how long does this last? Well, the SSS will pay you this benefit for a maximum of 2 months. Look, it's not meant to be a forever thing. It's a bridge, a crucial 2-month bridge to get you to your next job without your finances totally crashing.
All right, let's put all those pieces together. This is the official checklist, the real deal from the Social Security Act. First, you got to be under 60. Makes sense. Second, you need that magic number of 36 monthly contributions we just talked about. Third, and this is a really important detail, 12 of those payments must have happened in the 18 months right before you lost your job. Fourth, you had to be let go, not just quit because you were tired of your boss. And last one, you can only claim this benefit once every 3 years. So yeah, it's a safety net, but it's got some very specific rules.
But what happens when things go wrong? When a totally legit claim gets rejected? This is where you, as a future accountant, become so important. You have to know who to call and how to fight for what's right.
It's a totally fair question, and honestly, a scary one. An employee does everything right, checks all the boxes, files the paperwork, and still gets a no. Or maybe there's a problem with their contribution records. Who's the referee in this game? Who makes the final call?
And the answer is the Social Security Commission, or the SSC. These are the people in charge. The law gives them the power, the jurisdiction, to handle any kind of dispute. We're talking benefits, contributions, coverage, penalties, the whole shebang. So, for your exam, when you see the words SSS dispute, your brain needs to immediately scream Social Security Commission.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit. We've talked about honest mistakes, but now let's talk about straight-up dishonesty. The SSS is a social fund. It belongs to everyone, and the law comes down hard on people who try to cheat the system. And when I say hard, I mean life-changingly severe.
So, fraud can come from 2 different directions. You've got employee fraud, that's someone lying on a form or using fake documents to get benefits they don't deserve. But then there's the other side, which is often way more sinister, employer fraud. This is when a company takes the SSS contribution out of your paycheck, but then just pockets the money instead of sending it to the SSS.
Let's really zero in on that employer fraud, because wow, the consequences are intense. If a company deducts your contributions and doesn't remit them, the law just assumes they stole it. This isn't just a paperwork mistake. It's treated as estafa. That's swindling. And the punishment isn't just a fine, oh no. It comes with serious prison time.
I want you to hear this word for word from the law. For an employer failing to remit contributions, the punishment is imprisonment for not less than 6 years and 1 day nor more than 12 years. Just let that sink in for a second. We're talking over a decade in prison. This is exactly why your job as a future CPA is so critical. Your ethics are literally the first line of defense against this kind of crime.
Okay, that was a lot. So how do we make sure this actually sticks in your head for the long haul, like for the LSPA in a few years? Let's boil it all down into a super high-yield study guide. Your brand will thank you later.
All right, here is your rapid-fire review. This is the stuff you absolutely have to know. Unemployment benefit, 50%, 2 months, 36 contributions. Bam. Who handles disputes? The Social Security Commission. Done. Employer fraud, the key phrase is presumed estafa. And the penalty? Whoa, 6 to 12 years in prison. Hard to forget that one. And if an employee lies, that's falsification under the revised penal code. Seriously, screenshot this, tattoo it on your brain, whatever works.
And here's one more study hack for you. Think of this table like a mental shortcut. For unemployment benefit, the key fact is 50% for 2 months, and the way you remember it is, it's your temporary lifeline. For dispute authority, the key is the SSC, and you'll remember them as the official referee. And for employer misappropriation, the fact is estofa penalties, and the phrase you will never forget is, it's not a mistake, it's a crime. See? It simplifies everything, making it way easier to recall when you're under pressure.
So let's end on this. All this knowledge, it isn't just about passing an exam, right? It's about who you're going to be as a professional. One day, you're going to be the one looking at a company's books, and you'll see this stuff firsthand. And you'll have a choice. Are you going to be the guardrail that keeps the company on the right track and protects its people? Or are you going to be the getaway car that helps them cut corners and break the law? The choice is going to be all yours.